Good evening. Just 2 days after a shooting rocked a Saskatchewan-side neighborhood, police say residents have nothing to fear.
It was a targeted event that the house and residents are known to police, so it's not a random act of violence. And the investigation is continuing with the assistance of the firearms section out of Regina, in addition to our own forensic examiners.
Police believe the shooting was gang and drug related. Corporal Dunsmore says the incident wasn't reported until 24 hours after it took place, and he says that's disappointing.
If you see anything that you know is illegal or you suspect is illegal, don't hesitate to call us. We can't be everywhere all the time, although we try to be. We rely on the people in the community who are members of the community to remain members of the community and report these things to us.
The shooting is still under investigation and police don't have a suspect at this time. Now, if you have any information, you're asked to call the local detachment or Crime Stoppers. A Lloydminster man is facing several charges after he allegedly threatened to kill a female acquaintance. It happened Sunday afternoon while they were on the highway. RCMP received an open 911 call from a cell phone. On the line, they could hear a man arguing. Now, it's alleged he threatened to kill the woman. Police were able to locate a suspect vehicle on Highway 897 near Paradise Valley. A high-risk takedown was needed to apprehend the suspect. The 41-year-old is remanded into custody until March 18th, where he's expected to appear for a hearing. Police have not released his name. Meanwhile, the victim was not hurt in the incident. Well, 3 former longtime councillors are being honored for their contributions to the city. Herb Flieger, Alan Park, and TJ Altman are the recipients of the Good of the Order Awards.
A couple of councils ago, that they wanted the councillors, when they had served the public and served them well, to have a token of our appreciation for that service and a reminder of their time serving the public.
Gold rings are given out to former mayors while councillors get silver rings, but for Flieger, council felt an exception could be made.
It was council's decision to accord him a gold ring.
Former councillor Alan Caford will also receive similar recognition at a later date. Sticking with council, an agreement has been made to renew a 5-year contract for power and heat to city-owned buildings.
What it does is it gives us a stable budgeting environment for costing moving forward. And it also gives us some leverage to access cooperative type power agreements like this that gives us stability in our community, whereas we can offer that service.
The deal will see an increase in electricity prices, but a lower natural gas rate. An option for green power was also presented, but council declined, saying they don't have the infrastructure in place right now to really benefit from it. 10 local charities are feeling a little heavier in their wallets today thanks to the fundraising efforts of Husky Energy employees. A little more than $200,000 was raised for the charities. Now, some of the bigger recipients were the Lloydminster and District Area United Way, who was on the receiving end of nearly $90,000, and the SPCA, which netted nearly $20,000. The money was raised by Husky Energy employees through different fundraisers at work. The company also matched their donations. An international education event has a border city connection. One local student is representing Canada during the World Education Games. Bart Patiasek was at City Council where a special presentation was made.
12-year-old Alexa Callist took to the podium Monday afternoon at City Council as she spoke about the World Education Games. They are an online competition for school kids and consist of 3 categories: math, literacy, and science.
For math, it asks you questions and you have to answer them as quick as you can to beat other kids, because it matches you up with a kid that also wants to compete from another part of the world. And so you compete, you see who can answer the most questions fastest.
The mayor showed his support by declaring March 3rd to the 9th as World Education Games Week in the city.
It's a tremendous program that engages youth in a way that they want to be engaged on the computer, challenging them to achieve higher levels in those core subjects. And if you see how they do it and how they compete, you put the element of competition in, and these kids really excel.
This is Alexa's 2nd time competing in the games, and this year has been chosen as one of 6 Canadian ambassadors. Her mom was a big influence.
My mom, she's leading a pilot project with Mathletics for homeschoolers. So she knows the head person for Canada for Mathletics, and she asked me if I wanted to be an ambassador.
To compete against kids of your own level all around the world, it really gives you a feeling of how all the hard work you put into your studies can really pay off, and you can get recognition for the hard work.
The event is open to all school kids aged 4 to 18 and is free to register. The games go on from March 5th to the 7th. Bart Pediasic, Newcap News.